Well, we're getting ready to wrap up our coverage here at the Annapolis Boat Show at the 2009. This is, I think, the 40th anniversary of the boat show, and we're actually like to welcome one of our newest advertisers, Evolution Sales. I say Evolution. I don't know. What do you say, Joe? Evolution Sales. Now, I understand, and I don't know much because I'm not from the area, but I understand Renegade Sales, which is sort of what this was before it was Evolution. Really well respected, had a great name, somewhat local, but recently there's been a shift. What happened? Why the new name, and what is Evolution Sales now?
We basically brought in a bunch of guys from around the world, and I guess the Renegade name has negative connotations in the Asian market, I guess so got together and came up with this name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same group of guys. A lot of the guys that came in are ex-Quantum guys.
Well, this is, you're saying we brought in a lot of guys. Before it was just one loft, right?
Yeah, it's just us in Easton.
Okay. So now, I hear how many lofts or how many sailmakers have you brought in to be part of the Evolution group?
Rodney Keenan from, he's in Auckland, New Zealand. Paul Eldridge out of Perth. Ray Roberts in Sydney, Greg Breckhew in Toronto, and Denise, were you from Montreal? Denise in Montreal. And Rick Applin up in New Jersey, who was, one-time Ullman, one-time Quantum. So, and we're looking for more, good sailmakers to join us. And we're basically doing all our production in the United States, which is a big departure from what most other sailmakers are doing now, where they're farming things out to Asia to support massive overhead, and we're just keeping it low overhead so we can build a quality product in the United States.
Now, are you building? Whose cloth they're using? Is it your own cloth? Is it?
Basically, the films are all from the same manufacturer everybody uses.
Right.
There's several manufacturers.
So you'll build out of D4. You'll build out of.
No, we essentially do what D4 does. We use the same machine. It's an aeronaut stringing machine. It's the same, D4 uses it, Quantum uses it, everybody uses it.
Right.
It's basically an off-the-shelf piece like a sewing machine you buy. It's just how you use that machine is what differentiates the different sailmakers.
Right.
And your yarn layouts and, basically densities of yarns and the types of glue which still people are experimenting with.
So what are you guys focusing on now?
We'd like to do everything. Obviously the cruising market's huge because it's profitable. But the racing market gets your name out there, and that brings the cruisers in.
So are you guys, are you on a lot of boats in the area now?
A few. We've got, we don't have any full inventories locally, but we have sales on, two of the Far 40s in town. We've got some test sales. We're doing Melgis 32 sales, on the Ramrod Melgis 32. And then a bunch of other local guys, here one or two sales here and there. Because being such a new company, we haven't, and the economy being where it is, people aren't saying, I'm changing everything today.
Right. They're buying piecemeal. But so, the Melgis 32 obviously very, very competitive, and the level of everything is really high in that class. You're moving in. Are you gonna have Evolution Sales on board for the winter circuit?
Not for the winter circuit. The goal is to try and have them ready to go for the Worlds next year.
In San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Right
on. Well, there is, while North dominates that fleet very much, and Quantum has done well on a few isolated boats, there is One Sails are building sails for them in Europe, and there is actually some movement among the sailmaker market to get in the class. It's kind of exciting, I think. What about shapes? What's your research like when you guys are working up shapes for that kind of boat?
For the Melgis 32?
Yeah.
Well, in the past, Scott before had the canvasback Melgis 32. So they've done a lot of work, and he was in Ullman Loft before, and to say that it's a specific sail for Melgis 32 is not true. It's basically you have a general mold that you just kind of size to the sail.
Right.
And then you tweak from there, getting everything right. Especially the spinnakers are the big thing in those boats.
Well, downwind is really important.
Yeah.
What is it that happened in the sailmaking world that you were able to pull so many of these other sailmakers from other lofts? Obviously, Quantum lost a lot of guys to you. Why? What happened?
I think a lot of it is, we can offer. They feel that we offer a product as good, and I think we're basically give them a better deal. Like I say, we don't have a massive overhead. So we can supply the sales to them at so their margins are bigger as a dealer. Where it's hard to discount things when you're told by the manufacturer this is what you have to sell it for. You know, so it's hard to be competitive. Your bottom line is set by somebody else and not you.
Right.
So.
All right. Money matters.
Money matters, and I think that's why a lot of guys came to us, you know.
Well, and I think what also matters is that Renegade certainly had a good reputation as giving really good service and doing a good job, and I think that spreads pretty quickly in this community, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been really positive. We haven't.
How's the show been for you?
It's been good. We've actually, you know, closed a bunch of orders here.
Great.
Which is good. You know, I'd like to see more racing stuff, but cruising stuff is great. You know, we sold a lot of that.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations and good luck, and evolution.com. Evolutionsales.com, right?
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
Cheers.